I wonder what having a pet dinosaur would be like. And in the vast majority of cases, as is with many animals nowadays, the answer would be absolutely terrible. Now, of course, it goes out saying that, trying to keep a large megatheropod like Tyrannosaurus rex or Spinosaurus or something of the sort as a pet would be a horrendous idea. However, many exotic animals nowadays do wind up on the illegal pet trade. Animals that might look cute and cuddly on first glance, but, you quickly realize that these animals can pack a serious wallop. Unfortunately, I know all too well about this, as part of my job is working in an exotic rescue centre where a lot of the animals that come into us come from the illegal pet trade. We see a lot of exotic animals such as meerkats, reptiles, and unfortunately a lot of primates from such backgrounds. So if non-avian dinosaurs were around nowadays, I do think there's a certain amount of them that would on first glance look like ideal, very cute pets, but I think would, as with many modern day animals, wind up being terrible pets and unfortunately extremely exploited by the illegal pet trade. Starting off with one that I think we'd have Jurassic Park to blame for, and that would be the group of dinosaurs known as compsognathids, or as they're called in the Jurassic Park franchise, Compies. There's actually a few different kinds of compsognathids, and one reason that I think they would be particularly popular as pets other than their fame from the Jurassic Park franchise would be the fact that the vast majority of them are fairly small by dinosaur standards. And in the case of compsognathids we've actually previously discussed on this channel, such as Sinosauropteryx, these animals would have been very cute to look at, quite fluffy, and with those striking banded tails, very, very visually appealing animals. However, there are multiple reasons as to why they would be terrible pets. For one thing, Compies likely would have had ridiculously sharp teeth. Getting bitten by one of these dinosaurs would be absolutely horrendous. Primates are a great example of this, as while many of them are small, and even several of the species that I work with, I am several times their size, and yet still I cannot go in with these animals, because if they did decide to bite me, it could very easily put me in the hospital or worse very quickly. And this is particularly something we see with certain types of reptiles. Monitor lizards, when they're being handled by expert reptile keepers, can be amazing animals to look after. They're intelligent, they're quite hyperactive for reptile standards. However, you do have to be careful because monitor lizards can inflict a devastating bite, even the small ones. Their teeth are extremely sharp and basically designed to unzip you as soon as they touch flesh. And this would have been the case with compsognathids such as Sinosauropteryx. Another reason they probably would have made poor pets is because, like many animals nowadays, and we see this particularly in the case of animals such as parrots, these creatures probably would have been reasonably intelligent and so would have needed a lot of stimulation to keep them mentally healthy and to stop them from getting bored.